Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions here with a super quick market update. Let's talk about the economic reports that were just released. That being said, again, I really hope that you learned something new. And if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. Next week is the FOMC rate decision. I will be going live, and you do have to be subscribed to the channel to tune on into those live sessions to engage. So again, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is NASDAQ. QQQ. Markets are in the green. If I'm not mistaken, NASDAQ market is now at all-time highs. QQQ is at 586, pushing markets once again to all-time highs. Not just QQQ, but of course SPY, which has to do with the S&P 500, also making new all-time highs today. This is a week before the FOMC rate decision. For those that have not seen, according to the most recent Fed rate monitor tool, there's a 96.4% probability that there's going to be a 25 basis point rate cut. This probability became higher, and the probability for a larger rate cut became smaller because of yesterday's CPI data report. Inflation showed that it increased month over month, and rate cuts are inflationary. So therefore, because inflation is already rising, it's a concern for the Federal Reserve. But the labor market is so slow that, again, the Federal Reserve is kind of put in a pickle where they have to almost start cutting rates, but also at risk of causing inflation to rise even quicker. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. One of my trades today that I quickly wanted to recap was Open. Open was a trade that I talked to you guys about yesterday. It is down 11% on the day. It's an incredibly risky stock. Let me make that very clear. It's not meant for beginners. Please do not short it or even trade it because of how volatile it is. I was okay with shorting it today because finally I got a slight little retracement, but from the highs that we experienced yesterday of almost $11 per share to the lows of around $9 per share, there still isn't a full break of pattern. It just pushed up so much yesterday. I think it was like a 70% move yesterday that it doesn't really surprise me that it retraced a little bit today, right? During today's live trading session, I actively traded Open. I made a little bit over $2,300. Nothing crazy, a solid gain, but nothing insane. Closed out my trade, made my money, and I bounced just because I know that that position is incredibly risky. I made sure that I watched my position size. My position size was incredibly small because of how volatile and how risky that stock is. Remember, when you trade risky stocks, you don't have to be super scared. You just have to be mindful of your position size so you understand the exposure that you have to that risky, technically, asset. That being said, that's done for me when it comes down to Open. I have my alerts set. I want to update my alerts. If we do end up breaking below $9 per share and it actively begins to sell off, there's a huge gap down potential. I just don't know if we're going to get that with the markets being so bullish. Remember, when overall markets are incredibly bullish, it provides a great bullish environment to sustain these incredibly hyped up and overvalued companies. When and if markets begin to retrace and resume to being bearish, right, they correct themselves, then these overbought and overvalued companies begin to retrace because the sentiment, the environment no longer supports that irrational valuation. The other one that I quickly want to talk about is Tesla. Tesla ran up today 6.2%. As of right now, I'm down $2,500. So again, technically, I'm down about almost a net $200 on the day based off of my loss here and my gain on Open. That being said, I really like the setup on Tesla. Tesla is running up not based off of really good news. Let me show you guys this. Breaking. Tesla chairman says Elon Musk has finished his political role and returned to Tesla. Okay. What's the big deal? Fundamentally, that doesn't change anything about Tesla, right? But now we have earned 6%. Again, that's one thing that you have to respect about Tesla is that its price action is often not based off of its fundamentals. It never has been really. It's always just been based off of projection and guidance set by Elon. And they kind of control the narrative. We all know that Tesla is a struggling car company based off of recent reports. It's a company that trades at 219 for its PE ratio, meaning 209 times its earnings. It's a company currently valued at $1.25 trillion with a T, trillion dollars. Yet it's a company that has less than $6 billion in net income. And I want to remind you, on September 30th, just 18 days from now, the EV credit, which is a huge incentive to buy vehicles and also a huge incentive in the way that Tesla earns its subsidies and makes a ton of money, is going to be removed. So therefore, Tesla is going to be missing out on millions of dollars that it's currently making that it will no longer be making in the future. And if you look into the actual fundamentals, remember, this is a company that if you looked at recent revenue, it wasn't growing. So not only is Tesla's revenue not growing, its profit isn't growing, its sales are only going to be hindered with no longer having that EV credit incentive. It's going to be very interesting to see with Elon back on board if he could really turn things around for Tesla. Doesn't mean that it's the end of the road for Tesla. It just means that Tesla has a problem. I can dive a little bit deeper into this for an exclusive video just on Tesla so we can break down how bad its financials actually are once the EV subsidies get removed. But again, I'll let you guys decide if you guys want me to make that video. I'd be more than happy to. If not, we'll leave it at that. Also, the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report came out today. Came out a little bit lower than what was expected. But guess what? Markets don't care. Markets pushed up even higher. And there it goes. So my setup right now is I did open up a short position on Tesla. I believe, and this is me, my trade. I'm not like other YouTubers. I don't want you to copy my trade. My trade comes at my own form of risk. If I'm wrong, I'm okay with me taking the loss. I don't want you to do it. I just love showing the good and the bad when it comes down to my trading. That's why my LPP team, the people that get to watch me trade live every day, enjoy it so much. With that being said, I think that there's huge downside potential. Tesla is immensely overvalued, fundamentally and even technically speaking. There's a technical breakout that's causing it to push up right now. I do not imagine fundamentally it being able to hold, especially if markets begin to downturn next week leading up to that FOMC rate decision. It's going to be very interesting to see how Tesla follows. Tesla, just in recent timelines, has gone from $327 to now $390 per share. I'm going to be keeping a close eye. I don't intend to carry this as a swing trade for a short because, again, my intention was just the day trade, and I like the risk to reward ratio. I like the potential risk is very minute based off of my average purchase price, and my profit potential is pretty nice. It's about a 4-to-1 ratio based off of my current setup. It definitely comes at some form of risk because direction is against me and sentiment is against me right now, which is honestly one of the most important parts. But I wanted to show you before, and if I end up taking a loss, I'll probably cut losses once I hit $3,000 or around $3,500. But based off of the potential reward, I can make right around 12 to maybe 15K on this trade once I'm fully invested in the short if I get confirmation. But that's the beautiful part about trading is that you get to decide what you trade and with how much you trade it. So again, if you want to be able to get access to our live trading sessions, it's every single day right at market open for 30 minutes to an hour. If you learn best by watching other people do, especially as we go into the weekend, you also get access to the A to Z video lesson library that's designed for complete beginners. So if you know nothing about the market, this is exactly what LPP is designed for. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and right now it breaks down to as little as $1 a day with the current sale we have going on. And it's the second link in the description down below if you want to check it out. I appreciate your time. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.